This is near Lumiere Casino, near Laclede's Landing. Now, the call went out just before 2 a.m. Police say they found, again, this project should be complete by 2015, a park that'll take you from downtown St. Louis. You'll be able to walk straight to the arch. They came to St. Louis County from South Florida with every intention of committing car break-ins. Also, according to police, someone with a keen eye caught them in the act. 3 men are now facing. That's right, Jasmine. Beginning tomorrow at 1 o'clock, you'll be able to exit 44 at the Walnut Street Bridge. Cars are being broken into in the Metro East, why police say drivers need to do a better job of protecting themselves. That story coming up next on News 4 at 5. Well, I want you guys to take a close glimpse at what's going on here. We are the only station to be able to give you a look at what's happening here at Scranton and Riverview. This is the area where a pretty bad accident happened around 4:45. Authorities say one adult male was trapped inside of his car. He had to be cut out and transported in very critical condition. 2 other adults were urgently transported. Police still working to figure out how it happened. Now, what police do tell me is that this road will remain shut down, Riverview and Scranton, until they get an update on that critical patient. We have another crew here working to get more information, and we'll have an update for you at 10 o'clock. Live in North St. Louis, Brittany Noble, News 4. Well, Sharon, this ad has been running in the paper for weeks. There are 3 proposed suggestions. I did some digging and found out one of those suggestions is to completely shut down all the departments and start over. Pastor Kenneth Granger of the New Life Community Church in East St. Louis is ready for a change in the Metro East.
I see people driving through East St. Louis, they have a disregard because they know that we don't have the resources, they know we don't have all the manpower we need. But the moment they drive into another community, the music go down, they drive the speed limit, they don't throw stuff out the window.
The U.S. Justice Department saw a need for help too. Last year, police say officials studied East St. Louis, Allerton, Washington Park, and Brooklyn.
They came down for a week last year, and they went out into the community. They talked to all your social services departments. They talked to all the law enforcement department, the city, the county, the state, and the federal police departments, and this is what they came up with.
The department made 3 suggestions: to keep things the way they are, to share services, or completely shut down, which, according to investigator Calvin Dye Sr., is a very expensive alternative.
You got to start all over with everything, with your hiring, your firing, and new officers, and everything else. So it'll be a big job.
Dye says what could be more effective is to combine services. That could mean 1 jail and 1 evidence processing center.
If everybody's on equal ground, you got a better chance of surviving.
Now, no decision is going to be made until after the meeting, so the state's attorney, pastors, the police commission all want you to come out. The meeting is going to be at New Life Community Church. That's in East St. Louis, 7 o'clock on Thursday. Live in East St. Louis, Brittany Noble, News 4. Sheriff is expecting a visit from the state tomorrow. It's possible that the state could come in and mandate that the jail make changes because of its poor condition, changes that the county had not budgeted for, which could be more costly to the taxpayer. Sheriff Richard Watson says the state has not cracked down on his jail yet, but it's coming.
Not only are we overcrowded, but the jail is deteriorating.
I walked through the jail for myself with the superintendent. He showed me places that are literally rotting in the bathrooms, kitchen, and even the hallways. We also took a look at the gym. There are so many inmates that this area is now a holding cell. To help with overcrowding, the sheriff is letting some people go on Thursday.
You don't like to let people out that's hurting other people.
But the sheriff says that's what he has to do to keep this place running. On Tuesday, voters turned down a 0.25% sales tax increase for public safety. That increase would have funded a $37 million jail project.
People do wrong all the time, but they are people too, and you wouldn't want somebody that you love, no matter what they do, to live in bad conditions.
The sheriff says the only way to fund the project is through tax money, and the best way to avoid adding another load on property owners is to keep fighting for his original plan.
They are taxed enough. We need to distribute this out over a large group of people instead of a small group of people, and then it comes down to pennies that you're paying at a time.
The sheriff tells me that he will start having informational meetings so that people will understand how much money is needed and where the money will be going. Live in St. Clair County, Brittany Noble, News 4.
Only on News 4, Brittany Noble gets answers.
There are signs just like this all around the hospital. 2 women that I spoke with today say it was those signs that kept them from visiting a family member.
We've always been able to park close enough there that I could get in and could manage the walk to his room, but not today. I guess the people coming into the park for the whatever doings they're having this evening is more important.
80-year-old Kay Falkmeyer hoped to visit her husband in the hospital this 4th of July holiday, but she said she couldn't find a place to park.
A gentleman was standing there letting people in to park their cars, and I said, well, we need handicap. And he said, but I can't help you with that. Those are closed. It's a holiday. Hospital officials said because of the increased traffic due to Fair St. Louis, they barricaded Circle Drive. That's the area the Falkmeyers usually park. Officials also said they have handicap parking in the garage, along with ramps and wheelchairs for anyone who needs them. The Falkmeyers say a wheelchair was never offered to them. We ended up having a car behind us in line back up so I could back my car out, turn around, come home, and the best we can do is just make a phone call to my father. Brittany Noble, News 4.
It's a police department supposedly bursting at the seams and needs outside help just to keep its evidence in order. It's a problem that's becoming more troublesome by the day. Ray Preston's at the St. Charles County Newsroom with more.
They need to hang around.
Check out these boxes of marijuana and other drugs. It's about 50 pounds worth, all of it going up in flames. The street value is in the several thousands. The Lincoln County Sheriff is showing off these pictures on its Facebook page. They tell us they have detectives working nonstop to get rid of illegal drugs throughout the area. Well, also new at 6, a wild story involving a father-son combo arrested for marijuana possession. We're still waiting on charges, but the Jefferson County Sheriff tells News 4 that the 62-year-old father called police about his stolen guns, and that's what triggered the arrest. Construction workers told deputies that the man's son made a visit to his father's house and loaded up a truck to a home down the street. Deputies say he was trying to remove marijuana plants from the home and was caught red-handed. Now the father and son both face felony charges. Well, News 4 tracks crime trends to keep you safe, and we want to break-ins in Arnold. Thieves worked quickly to break into 5 cars Friday night in the parking lots of 24-Hour Fitness and Club Fitness. Gym parking lots are often the targets of thieves, and this time they broke car windows to steal credit cards and cash from wallets and purses left in the cars. Police say the best way to prevent a car break-in is to not leave valuables in plain sight and to lock your cars. Now, we're also tracking a similar crime trend in Alton, Illinois. Burglars were able to go through 4 cars. Almost all of the cars were unlocked. Just another reminder that it does not matter where you live because burglaries can happen. Well, if you've seen News 4 at 6 within the past week, you know this guy is no stranger to the blotter. His name is Chad Bizzle. He's now accused of trying to hold up a motel manager at the same motel he allegedly stole a money box from last month. This time, police claim Bizzle took a kitchen knife and a white toy gun to try and get money from the manager, and said the manager pulled out a baseball bat and Bizzle ran away. Also tonight, a round of text messages have gone out to students at Lindenwood University regarding the possibility of 2 teen boys shooting a pellet gun on campus. Nobody was hurt, but the report says the teens were shooting at signs and driving a white Hyundai. So far, police have not tracked down the suspects. Well, check out this flooded road. Someone in St. Genevieve posted this photo on our KMOV Facebook page. All that water still sitting in the street even as we speak. Meteorologist Megan Donahue tracking a tornado watch and some strong storms south of St. Louis. They came to St. Louis County from South Florida with every intention of committing car break-ins. Also, according to police, someone with a keen eye caught them in the act. 3 men are now facing charges after officers caught them with a car full of stolen property. Someone saw them casing the YMCA parking lot in Brentwood, called police. Brentwood police also tell us they're seeing a trend where criminals come from out of town to commit crimes just like this. Well, as things heat up with the weather, Madison County tells us they're getting ahead of the ball game. About 50 window air conditioners are getting donated to Madison County residents. The units will come from a donation from Ameren, Illinois. Every unit will go to low-income families and must be a Madison County resident to apply.
The people that will receive the air conditioners are basically living they're very high risk for homelessness. Their households don't have adequate heat, don't have adequate cooling.
If you want to be added to the list, you'll need to call the number on your screen. It's 618-692-8940. If you'd like to donate air conditioners or money, you can call that same number. Well, it's a scam that raised more than $30,000 in the Belleville community. Police blame a mother for faking cancer to rack up cash. Alyssa Jackson pled not guilty to the charges today, but I spoke with her former friends who say she's a fraud. Before today, this shirt would have cost you $20. All of the proceeds would go to Alyssa Jackson and her family. It's fundraisers like this that earned the alleged cancer patient thousands of dollars in cash. On Wednesday, Alyssa Jackson was arraigned in St. Clair County. She's accused of lying.
Seems like that would be a pretty easy thing to do without a study.
Big money spent deciding on how to give raises, how a city government justifies this, coming up at 6:15. And police need your help tracking a man they believe is responsible for a triple shooting. How you can help tonight. But first, ever get mad at telemarketers calling you even while you're on the no-call list? A local business paying the price for annoying you. How much they'll pay next on News 4 at